Council and members of the public, we're going to commence the community service section of our coordinated committee. Deputations, petitions and presentations and public meetings, we have none this morning. Unfinished business, none. Other agency reports, our OPP haven't arrived yet, but yeah, Mike, you can come up. And then I have no noted of pecuniary interest, but if any were to come up during the course of the meeting, just please identify. And with that, I'll turn it over to Chief Williams.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Very briefly, 106 calls for service in February. No major incidents to report. As usual, this time of year, we've been monitoring the water conditions and flooding conditions, and we've been lucky. We've had a couple of thaws, and we're in good shape as far as that goes. We received our new UTV. Some of you were at the presentation. That's fantastic, getting a lot of training in on that. And our digital radio cutover that I talked about at the last meeting went very smoothly, and we're up and operating with that. So that's really all I had. It was a fairly uneventful month, which is good for us, and that's a brief report.
Any comments or questions? Okay, my only comment is when you said quiet, I think this is the first month in quite some time that we had actually a few less calls than last year. So
yes.
Okay, so you read this one? Oh, okay. So with that said, we'll resolve that community service. Oh yes, moved by Deputy Mayor Byfolke and seconded by Councillor Smith. Resolved that the community service section of coordinated committee does hereby receive the March 2017 Fire Department report for information.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Members of committee, having heard the question, I'll call for the vote. Deputy Mayor Byfolke.
In favor.
Councillor Bray.
In favor.
Councillor Eagle.
In favor.
Councillor Smith.
In favor.
Mayor Smith.
In favor.
Councillor Stockwell.
In favor.
And Chair Boulanger.
Okay, in favor.
Thank you. Members of committee, the motion carries on a vote of 7 in favor, 0 opposed.
Okay, as our OPP are not present, we'll move to consent agenda. And there's been nothing pulled. So all items listed under the consent agenda be approved under one resolution. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a council member requests it, in which case the item will be removed from the consent resolution and considered immediately following adoption of the remaining consent agenda items. Any comments? Do I read this again? Okay, so moved by Ron Eagle and seconded by Brian, Your Worship. Resolved that the Community Service Section of Coordinated Committee does hereby receive the March 9th, 2017 consent agenda, items 3D through 3F, and that the recommendations contained therein be adopted.
Members of committee, having heard the question, I'll call for the vote. Deputy Mayor Byfolke.
In favor.
Councillor Bray.
In favor.
Councillor Eagle.
In favor.
Councillor Smith.
In favor.
Mayor Smith.
In favor.
Councillor Stockwell.
In favor.
Chair Boulanger.
In favor.
Thank you. The motion carries on a vote of 7 in favor, 0 opposed.
And with that, I guess we adjourn our community service section. Oh, just, okay. Sorry, we still have to. So this was moved by Mayor Smith and seconded by Deputy Mayor Byfolke. Resolved that the Community Service Section of Coordinated Committee does hereby receive the January 2017 Huronia West Police Services Board Report for information.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Having heard the question, I'll call for the vote. Deputy Mayor Byfolchi.
In favor?
Councillor Bray.
In favor?
Councillor Eagle.
In favor.
Councillor Smith.
In favor.
Mayor Smith.
In favor?
Councillor Stockwell.
Favor.
Chair Belanger.
In favor?
Thank you. The motion carries on a vote of 7 in favor, 0 opposed.
Okay, we will now adjourn. I think it was so short we could just carry on, but we'll
For
adjourn.
5 minutes for
5-minute break? Okay. So we'll adjourn community service section.
Okay, we'll call this section of coordinated committee back to order. This is the public works section. I haven't been made aware of any pecuniary interest. However, if at some point throughout the meeting you find that you have one, please declare it at that time. We have no deputations. I don't think we have any unfinished business. Other agency reports, we do have 3 here from Aqua, and I'll just ask Mike to come to the table if he would for a minute. I know he wanted to say a couple of words, and we do have our Aqua guys here today if there is questions.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of council. I didn't really want to get into details of the reports, but I did just want to take the opportunity to give kudos to Rick Sorge, Richard Eagle, and all the members at Aqua. 100% score from the MOE again. It's a good news story, and they're doing a great job with upkeep for our water system treatment, and I just thought the kudos was due.
Thank you. Yep, we're in good hands over there. Did anybody else have anything to say?
Well, I had talked to George earlier, like, I mean, we, often we take water quality for granted, but, not even a comment, not a recommendation or an update, it was 100%, so congratulations, that's fantastic. So.
Mayor Smith?
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Fulci. Again, congratulations, gentlemen. Job well done. Aqua does an amazing job for us, and we're not only proud of our water, but we're proud of you folks and the job you do. But just a question, if I may, for Mike: is Kevin okay this year? We didn't lose 0.1 of 1%. He's
99.9%. I think also. No, he's on holidays.
Okay, good.
Actually, he was today.
Thank you.
Councillor Smith?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just wondered, because it's good news, if there's some way we could get a press announcement out. Good news.
Anyone else? Okay, I don't think these are in order. That's the last one. Annual inspection.
Yeah, well, that's no controversy.
You got a number of these or something?
That's the first one.
Okay, there we go. It's moved by Councillor Bray, seconded by Councillor Smith. Be it resolved that Public Works section of the Coordinated Committee does hereby receive the 2016 Wasaga Beach Water Supply System Annual Report as required by Section 11 of Ontario Regulation 170.03 for information. Any further discussion?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Having heard the question, I'll call for the vote. Councillor Belanger.
In favor?
Councillor Bray.
In favor?
Councillor Eagle.
In favor?
Councillor Smith.
In favor.
Mayor Smith.
In favor?
Councillor Stockwell.
Favor.
Chair by Fulci.
In favor?
Thank you. The motion carries on a vote of 7 in favor, 0 opposed.
Thank you. It's moved by Councillor Smith, seconded by Councillor Bray. Be it resolved that the Public Works section of the Coordinated Committee does hereby receive the Ministry of the Environment and Climate Change MOECC Wasaga Beach Drinking Water System Inspection Report dated November 7th, 2016 for information. Any further discussion?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Having heard the question, I'll call for the vote. Councillor Belanger.
In favor?
Councillor Bray.
In favor.
Councillor Eagle.
In favor?
Councillor Smith.
In favor.
Mayor Smith.
In favor?
Councillor Stockwell.
Favor.
Chair by Fulci.
In favor?
Thank you. The motion carries on a vote of 7 in favor, 0 opposed.
Thank you. Moved by Mayor Smith, seconded by Councillor Ego. Be it resolved that the Public Works section of the Coordinated Committee does hereby receive the 2016 summary report for the Wasaga Beach Well Supply System for information. Further discussion? Thank you.
Thank you. Members of committee, having heard the question, I'll call for the vote. Councillor Belanger.
In favor?
Councillor Bray.
In favor.
Councillor Ego.
In favor?
Councillor Smith.
In favor.
Mayor Smith.
In favor?
Councillor Stockwell.
Favor.
Chair by Fulci.
In favor?
Thank you. The motion carries on a vote of 7 in favor, 0 opposed.
Thank you. Moved by Councillor Ego, seconded by Councillor Bray. Be it resolved that the Public Works section of Coordinated Committee hereby receives the March 9th, 2017 consent agenda items 4E through to 4G, and that all the recommendations contained therein be adopted. Is there anything anybody want to pull? Councillor Belanger?
Yeah, not to pull, again, just a congratulations to Brian Peters and Kevin or whoever worked on the transit grant. That was very nice that was successful. It will allow us to upgrade our fleet quite a bit, so thank you.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else? Okay.
Thank you. Committee, having heard the question, I'll call for the vote. Councillor Belanger.
In favor?
Counselor Bray,
In favor?
Counselor Ego,
In favor.
Counselor Smith,
In favor.
Mayor Smith,
In favor?
Counselor Stockwell.
favor.
Chair by Folchi.
In favor?
Thank you. The motion carries on a vote of 7 in favor, 0 opposed.
Okay, thank you, and we'll recess for 10 minutes until our next recording secretary comes.